What it do, guys? It's your boy. You guys along with me here today. Maybe it's not a good idea right now. I disclose my location. I'll share some details in a minute here. I got here today because this one was upon request. So we're actually somewhere to that location. I don't. Probably isn't hard to. It's probably not hard to judge where I'm at due to the lack of internet connection that we unfortunately keep losing. We're actually currently leaving Nancy's neighborhood. FYI here. Hold on. I might just have my phone flipped the wrong way. Although I can't flip it the other way. What's going on? I don't know what happened to that lady back there. She must be having some trouble breathing or something like that. Interesting. Anyway, we're currently actually leaving Nancy's house. I wasn't hanging out there or anything like that. I was passing through. I figured I'd take you guys along the ride here. But again, I'm not going to disclose my exact location. I'm no longer there as of now. So now I'm headed to my next spot. We'll probably stop by KVOA. I'm not going to be on long. This is going to be probably the shortest stream I've done in a while, so it's going to be a fairly short stream here. So we'll be kind of in and out here, but I figured I'd take you guys along for the ride here as we cruise the streets. I was thinking about getting out here and passing out some flyers, but, you know, sun's going down. The peeps don't like when we're out here late when the sun's down, so we won't pass out flyers today. But you know, if I go somewhere and I just so happen to stumble across somebody, you know, then I'll obviously get out here and, you know, pass out some or give a flyer. I do have some flyers in the back that I always keep in the car, so if, you know, if it comes about, then we'll dish out some flyers. And, you know, if something comes to mind that somebody has, you know, idea-wise to, you know, that they would like me to do while I'm out here, flyer-wise, then I'd be more than happy to get out there or take it wherever if it's, you know, relevant or convenient. Right now we are on, and I'm sure you guys have seen this street many, many times. We're currently on First. We're headed to Orange Grove. Orange Grove. We are in the foothills right now. Currently in the foothills. We really gotta freaking we really gotta get this car washed, man. This car is dirty. So anyway, I'm skeptical tonight if I'm gonna even go live and cover some Nancy today. I don't know. There hasn't been too many trending topics to talk about as far as, you know, anything moving with the case. There has been some a little bit of development when it comes to movement with the Nola Wells case. Hasn't really been too much active with that either. But I know the truth is about to come out with the Nola Wells case. It's getting real good. For Nancy, I don't know, guys. I don't know where we stand with the Guthrie case. However, I know the interview room was live. They had some pretty interesting things to talk about tonight. Not too much going on. Shouts Patriot Pride. I know they are currently live right now. Their channel is getting better and better every time I tune in. So maybe we'll catch a little bit of some Patriot Pride. Maybe we'll just turn on some Patriot Pride while we're on our way to our location here. I'll speed up here. Let's go around this car. Sorry, sir. The road was merging. Had to make a move. Now, some people have been like saying some crazy stuff every time that I drive. What is he doing? He doesn't have a license. He's got a DUI. First of all, I do have my license. I would not drive on a suspended license unless I really had to. But I've gotten many tickets for driving on a suspended license. Don't plan on ever doing that again. And I do have my license. So whatever you try to look up in court or look up document-wise, you must have not looked hard enough, because I do have a license, okay? All right, make a left here. Big welcomes, guys. Good to see you guys in the chat. I'll make sure that I don't respond to any comments while I'm driving, because people have a they have an issue with that. And I get it. People worry about other people's safeties and whatnot. Although I keep it safe. Not everybody's a good driver as others as well. With that being said, we'll leave it at that. I'm not even gonna get into too much details. I really do need to get my hotspot on. However, I don't want to shut you guys out right now, so I won't turn the hotspot on just yet. So right now we are currently right by Annie and Tommaso's house, and it's still a little bit. We still got a little bit of daylight to play with, just a little bit. I've actually haven't been here in the daytime in a long time, so we might as well just go on by here. It's been a while though since I've been here in the daytime. Every time we come by Annie and Tommaso's house, it's literally dark. I don't even know if I remember exactly where they live. I always forget. I bet if we sit at that Circle K long enough, we might even get, there might be a good chance, if they are coming back home and going to and from home, it might be a chance that we might even run into them at some point in time. And that's only if they've been here. That's only if they're still here in Tucson. Where is Annie and Tommaso? Where's Nancy Guthrie? Where are they? Now, I don't even remember exactly where they live, and I think I do, but I think I don't, and I'm not too sure if I passed their house yet. I think actually we're coming up on it left side here. It doesn't look like anybody's home still. Turn around here. We really should get out and walk, but we won't even need to do all that today. We'll be back though. So we turned around. Right side is Annie and Tommaso's here. That's Annie and Tommaso's house there. No one home. I don't even know if they still have their security that they had before. They're definitely not home. Now, somebody had asked that I pass by here, so I told them, I'll drive by. It's not going to hurt to drive by the house. I mean, it's not illegal to drive by somebody's house. So I figured I'd come out today just for about 30 minutes, an hour, get out here for a little bit. We're not really on the ground. But, I figured we'll come out here and just pass by, see if we stumble across anything. I don't see anything though. I don't, and they don't have a garage, I don't think. Oh, they actually do, I think. But their car is normally, when they're parked here, their car is normally outside. And remember, when I passed by before the last time, the car wasn't there, and then we passed by. Actually, it was there, and then we came back again a week from the time that we saw the car there, and then it was gone. So either they are there and they're still here in Tucson, or they're not, but uh, someone is driving their car. But who would that be if they left? What other family members does the family have out here that would have their car besides the security that they hired? You know what I mean? So I don't know. I mean, if it's true, because I know I can confirm 100% that that was their car that we saw, because I know exactly what their car looks like, and they do still have their CRV. So, they're definitely still, here. If that, if, you know, they don't have other family members that could possibly have their car. And for all we know, they could have very much so other family members that are actively out here, living here. Otherwise, maybe they called somebody to come down and move their car for whatever reason. But come on, why would you do that? So, I mean, I would assume that they're still here. They're just not living at home. No lights on in there, nothing, guys. I mean, they're not home. And they haven't been. Boy, I wish I knew one of these neighbors. I would definitely have them keep a lookout for a Honda CRV. But again, they're not even suspects as far as we know. So, I mean, I guess it wouldn't even be fair to really, try to keep an eye out to see if they come home or not. And it's not like I'm going to run them down and ask them any questions anyways, but still, it'd just be good to know, I guess, for our own pieces of mind, just to see if they're still actually here, living here in Tucson. And, my biggest question is, since no one's working, how are they maintaining, do they have some secret fund account that people can donate to help them maintain? Is Savannah the one that's the backbone for right now? Who knows? So this is their local Circle K. I've already checked the cameras here and all that good stuff, and all the surrounding businesses, to see if there are any cameras that could capture cars going and out of the neighborhood. There hasn't been any that I've seen. Chris came out here. He checked to see if there were any cameras on that ATM. Perhaps somebody went in there and used the ATM. Or, maybe, somebody maybe made a withdrawal there for whatever reason. Just something, I guess, that could trace back to, somebody that could be involved, or themselves, for whatever reason. But who knows? Who knows? Where is Nancy Guthrie? Who's involved? Who's responsible for the kidnapping of Nancy Guthrie? I would love to know. Dying to know. It's been a unique case since day one. It's been a very questionable case. It's been a conspiracy case. It's been a case of conflict amongst family members. It has been a case of a little bit of everything. We've suspected people at times, those who have been detained. The way the sheriff handled it in the beginning has been suspicious. This case is crazy. Prayers go out to Ted and his family. Last time I checked, Ted was all right. So I don't think we have to worry about Ted too much when it comes to his well-being, as far as him, doing anything or harming himself. I would suspect at this point, but you never know. From what I heard, he did try to off himself. And I don't know if he ended up in the hospital. I don't know if he went to the hospital or not, but The last time I checked, from what I heard, Ted was all right. From what I heard that JLR reported, I don't want to, get all into the mess and everything, but from what I heard that JLR had reported was that Hella, or whoever that is, somebody by the name of Hella, was somewhat to blame for this because they've been talking about Ted and his son and his family, and he's taken it to heart. I would assume I saw some posts from JLR up until the point to where Ted's wanted to off himself, and that's just sad and respectfully. So I did address the fact that they've been talking about JLR a lot and Alex, and to just kind of give them some space and give them just leave them alone. And the fact that there's other people out there that people can be, and I don't want this for anybody, anybody to be talking about bad about people who are trying to do something positive. And it's okay for people to share their disagreements, but day in and night out, week in and week out, share your disagreements about what you disagree with over and over again. Taunting the person, saying that they're criticizing a person as if they're a bad person, when really in reality, being that Alex and I and Ted are fairly new to crime, and we're learning this stuff. It's just crazy to see the way people really like troll us, or troll them really, but I myself too. But it's just crazy to see people do that over and over. And like, if there's no one out there that, people could, be addressing things about. And some of these people that have been trolling us are very smart. Some of these people that have been talking crazy about us are really smart people. And like I've said, I think some of these people could utilize some of that knowledge elsewhere. And, I don't know what their goal is. What is somebody's goal, trolling somebody all the time or talking down on somebody who's trying to do good for themselves? What is the end goal of that? To take away their account, to gain a bigger audience, to gain more revenue? What is the end goal? I think people were misled to believe the fact that we were grifters, because a lot of us were out in front of Nancy's house. And if that's the case, then why are we continuing doing what we're doing? Why haven't we given up on what we actually like and enjoy and love to do, that we found a true passion in? I don't understand the point of people continuously nitpick. I think that was the biggest issue that people had, is the fact that they were misled by the thought of us being grifters. If that is the case, why are people still digging if we're no longer outside Nancy's? I don't get it. And on another note, why are the folks that have been constantly talking about the streamers supporting the Guthrie case and supporting other cases, why are they not helping, trying to figure out answers to, bring Nancy home or bring some type of closure to this case at all in any way? Why is that? Maybe they don't do crime. Maybe they just talk down on people who just simply do crime. We addressed this. We had talked about this yesterday. And it's just saddening to see that, man. It really is. But I always try to encourage and remind people to don't engage with the trolls. Don't even mention their name, because when you do, you're giving them what they want. There's no need. No need. Let them do their thing and troll. Whatever, because you're just going to give them more fuel when you respond and entertain what they're doing. Especially in an anger way, because that's what they want you to do. They want you to be angry. They want you to say their name. I watched one of the streamers who've been supporting the Nancy Guthrie case, and I won't even say the name, say, one of the people's names that have been trolling us or, you know, talking down on us, he said her name and she played his you know, she played just that part for weeks on her channel. You know, he or she, whichever the two, I mean, because there's multiple people out there who are doing this. But I watched that happen for like 2-3 weeks, probably longer than that. So I was at conclusion that it's just clout. You know, it's just, you know, the fact that these people are somewhat jealous of, you know, someone that has been successful like JLR. I don't know. I don't know what it is. People might not agree with what people are doing, but if they're doing something positive and it's effective and it's, you know, they're doing good for themselves, find a way to do that yourself. I'm not saying do things that you don't agree with. Then change it. Then turn that around. And, you know, if you feel like somebody's not doing something you don't agree with, okay, well then do opposite and show us how it should be then. Talking down on us isn't going to help us. Criticizing us isn't going to help us not want to do anything no more, not want to do crime anymore, not want to support cases anymore. That's not going to help. People have the nerve to get on here and talk about people's families and then get upset and want to report the person that, you know, ends up talking about their family and their personal life. That's crazy to me. How do you basically harass somebody for months and weeks at a time and then turn around and act and play victim when somebody does the same thing you did to them? How do you do that? I don't understand that. I'm hearing there's people even suing some of the streamers out here because they did back what's been done to them. That's crazy. It's getting out of hand, people. It's really getting out of hand. People are really like going at it online. Remember, the main goal is to support this case, to keep Nancy's name out there, or keep whose ever name out there, pertaining to whatever case that you're covering. That should be the only goal. Same thing happening with the Nolan Wells case. There's a whole lot of race going around, and it's really, you know, taking focus away from the case itself. And it's sad because this should just be about Nancy and Nolan, and like I said, whoever's case you're supporting. People really have more interest in stirring pots and making people angry than they do helping somebody out, period. People are threatening me, telling me that they're going to get my channel taken down. No, you're not. No, you're not. The only person that's going to get their channel taken down is me. And I would never even let that happen. I would never even get out of character to that point where I'm at risk of losing my account. We got to slow down, people. And if I can encourage people to do, you know, to start going in a more positive direction, I'm going to do that. But I'm here for crime. I'm here to support crime itself. I'm not here to engage in you know, the drama that's been taking place lately. We're on the wrong side. It's very simple. We are all adults. If you don't support a channel, don't watch it. Just remember, we appreciate all of the people that go to the channels that have been talking down on people, like JLR and like Ted. Just remember, we appreciate you guys doing that, but I do that because all you're doing is you're inserting yourself, into that. People come in the chat and be like, "Oh, I think that person's with so and so." Well, when you go stand up and stick up for us and other people's channels, don't forget you're inserting yourself into that because of the fact that you're letting it be known that you're somebody a part of our channel. And then you get angry, then you become someone that, could be, being trolled as well. We got people out here threatening people that they're going to go kill them. People threatening people, leaving notes at people's houses. People threatening people that they're going to hurt them. I mean, we got to be careful with what we do, and that's why I say I recommend not even going in channels to stick up for other streamers, because all that does is let people know that you're with our channel, and it brings it makes you noticeable in a I don't want to say a bad way, but I mean it makes people come after you. Man, we got to get gas. I won't be here long, guys. I just wanted to come over here, chat it up with everybody, stop by the memorial site. The only pretty much close to memorial site that we have which is the banner here out KVOA. Still not too happy with KVOA, but it's all right. I just wanted to come out here for a little bit, and we're not here for KVOA anyway, so it's all good. Man, I'm glad this is still here, though. I'm happy this is still here. I'm still happy there's somewhere that we can go here in Tucson that represents Nancy, and a place we could go to vent and talk, reminisce about, Nancy, and have conversations that help keep her name out there. It's gonna rain out here today. Big welcomes, those of you guys tuning in, good to see those of you guys in the chat. Welcome, guys, good to see you all. Now I'm able to read chat. I was able to, find somewhere and get out, I guess you could say. Let's lock in and stay focused on the things we need to stay focused on. Let me be that reminder to stay focused on those things. Let's get back to work and start trying to dig up information. Let's brainstorm together. Don't let the trolls take away your time that you could be sitting working on stuff to, come up with some type of information that could be valuable to the Guthrie family. It could be valuable to, any missing persons case that you're working on. Spend your time doing what you like to do. Don't let what somebody else has going on affect what you have going on throughout your day. Laugh at the fact that they don't have nothing better to do and move on. Did somebody draw something around a picture? What did they draw? What is that? Why would they do that? Did somebody meant to write voices for the missing? Shouts Ted, man. Much love to Ted. I hope he's all good. Maybe we try to give him a call, see how he's doing. The Mighty Peppa. Big welcomes, big welcomes. Good to see you, Suze. Big welcomes here. It is a little windy. I got my windsock on though. Excuse me. Is my mic not working? Yeah, it should be on. I'll be back out here though. Jodis Stelling, is it Stelling? Sorry, I don't know if I said that correctly. Good to see you in the chat. Says, yay, finally catching you live. Hope you are doing well. Just, I'm doing good. I'm all right. I'm hanging in there. I'm doing all right. I'm staying afloat. Staying afloat and staying out the way. Much love, Brenda. Love you guys all too. Good to see you, Cayo Girl 61. I'll probably always say your name wrong. Isn't it against YouTube policy to harass and bully? I'm not sure. I don't know. I never really looked into the policies like that, because not when it comes to that, because I don't plan on being a part of that, you know? So I couldn't tell you guys. I don't know if that's, a part of, I don't know. I really couldn't say. I would assume so. I mean, I know they have guidelines. However, I don't know, if that's a guideline that they follow. Ted is okay, stop lying. I haven't talked to Ted, so I don't know if he's okay or not. From what I heard, he's fine though. Yeah, so I would say so. Yeah, I don't really talk too much to Ted and JLR, and the only person I interact with is, more so than anybody, is Alex. But again, I haven't talked to Ted. I've got him on X. I think I have his phone number. I think he's given me his phone number at one point in time, but I'd have to go digging for it. I don't have it saved. But again, I'm just being honest. I haven't actually spoke to Ted or anything like that. All I heard was he's doing okay, or he's okay, and somebody told me that last night. And then also somebody told me that he was okay today as well. So. You still think A&T, who did this? You still think is TNA who did this? Um, I mean, they're still on the radar for me. I wouldn't say 100%. I think that it's them. But yeah, they're one of my people on the radar for sure that I suspect could be, could be a part of it for sure. The people that I don't take off my radar, I could tell you that is A&T. I don't take them off my radar. I don't take Luke off my radar. Kalela, to me, he's gone. I don't think he has any part in this whatsoever. I think he was just trying to get a few dollars. And then the friends of Tommaso, the band members, those are the people that I keep afloat on the radar. And then Sheriff Nanos. Some people think Savannah has something to do with this. That would be insane. That picture of them hiding their faces is so strange. Yeah, it is. On my radar also, they are so suspicious. Yeah. Everyone is on the radar at this point. Yeah, good comment, focus. Big welcome, focus, yeah. Blue Cats, big welcome, says Lex and Cole says, stay strong, Ted, indeed. I am so confused, every day it changes. Yeah, I couldn't agree more with that comment. Jenny says he needs treatment. Oh, I think she said who still thinks TNA who did this. Alex is the worst of those three you mentioned. Well, that wasn't a very polite comment. Why? Because he doesn't take he doesn't take nonsense from nobody. We're all our own people. We all, of course, we all do things that we all don't. We there's certain things that we could all, I'm sure, find about each other that we don't necessarily support. I mean, it could be completely opposite. I mean, Alex could be like, I don't support that you don't really stand up for yourself, and I could be like, I don't support the fact that you know, let's just say, take it too far sometimes, or leave it alone, or know when to leave it alone. I think we can all dig, to find things that we don't agree or support amongst one another. But at the end of the day, we still support one another. When it comes to crime and just in real life itself. I mean, everybody is their own person. We all handle things differently. Just because somebody handles something a certain way doesn't mean we can't support, the fact that they are a good person. Janet says, "Hello, Juice. Much love. Much love to you too, Janet." Crazy Wendy says, "Love, Alex." Much love, Wendy. Denise, big welcomes, Denise. Long time no see. I don't know what she said. Somebody said she's in the chat hating. I hope not. Much love to you, Radio Hi from Northern California. Yeah, where's everybody chiming in from tonight? Wow, all the way from California. It's about 6 to 8 hours for me. Why is it windy in Tucson, Brianna? Because it's about to rain, probably. It's getting ready to rain out here. Minnesota. Whew, that's a long way from here. Stacy, good seeing you, Stacy. Stacy says Arizona. Oh, you're right next to me. Nice. Very nice. I'm doing all right though, Stacy says. Hope you're all is going well. Tell Gabby I said hi. We'll do. She might be in the chat. I'm not sure. What's up, Angie? Good to see you, Angie. Tell Pops I said hello. So, guys, we lost a mod the other day because of somebody coming in doing death threats. So I'll be definitely when I see you guys later on tonight, I'll be definitely keeping a better eye on the chat, which I need to be anyways. Keeping a better eye on the chat. Although it's very difficult to do that when you're trying to obviously cover a case and it's just challenging sometimes, and that's what the reason why we have mods for. But unfortunately, when you mod on channels, you are a part of that channel, so people do tend to target you because you're a part of a channel, so people will try to get under your skin. People really will try to, really make you feel uncomfortable and threaten you and do things that is just doing too much is the way I could put it in words. So but I said this in the beginning because there was a lot of people begging to be mod, and I kept telling you guys, like, I don't really want mods. I would rather have people have freedom of speech for the most part. I get it, but not every, people should definitely be able to come in here without worrying about people threatening them. But people don't. I get it. A lot of people on here don't really expose their real name, and that's good. Maybe keep it that way if you're worried about somebody doxing you and coming after you. Chances are likely so. I mean, I get it. It did happen in this case with Nancy, for all we know, that somebody just randomly took her out of her home. But I mean, I don't think so personally. I think it was somebody who truly knew Savannah, or somebody she came across that she really made upset at some point in her life. However, I don't really see that too common to happen to anybody in the chat, that somebody just randomly picks you out in the chat and somehow digs up your address and says that they're going to kill you. Some, I guess, certain things that you may take serious, I take it serious, but not enough to be worried about somebody coming out to my house, and doing something to me or my family. I always keep my guard up, and I'm always prepared for it. But I don't never take things that happen online serious to the point where I'm affected so much that I'm worried about somebody coming and doing something to me, unless I'm engaging in situations that could make me, a target for certain things that happen like that. And I could say I have, very much so. I think we need to do a stream that specifically addresses how crime can affect your mental health. I personally had to stop watching the ID channel at one point in time, a long time ago, because I realized how much that affects, the way you think sometimes. I mean, it really scares people. And honestly, I'm sure some people could agree in the chat that they've watched crime and they started to wonder about things happening to them in real life. I think that people also have started to, just like overthink stuff and think that things are really going to happen to them that happen to people. And it does, but it's not, it's not really, how do I put this in words? It just doesn't really, it's not, I just think a lot of people really start to let crime affect their mental, what they would really think on a normal day to day. And it's good. Crime is good in a sense of just being aware of certain things that are not only happening in life, but things that could happen to you. And it also educates you in a way, because you learn about things that you never knew people were capable of, and things that happen to people you kind of learn about. And it teaches you things. It does. But crime, I'm really noticing crime really affects people's mental. And I'm not talking about anybody specifically, but I'm just saying it really does, because I've been affected by it at times. And I'm just trying to say this without, people getting the wrong ideas. But, and I'm trying to find the right wording for it. But if you watch crime and you're affected by crime in a way that it is really making you start to overthink stuff, or think something's going to happen to you, I would suggest that crime may not be for you. And going back to what I said, I just real quick, in the beginning, I mentioned about not wanting mods, and that was because I've been, you guys, if you guys don't know my background, I did gaming before I did crime. And a lot of times what would happen is I would get people, I had many mods, but I would have either mods bumping heads with one another. They would reach out to me, tell me how they have a problem with this and that person, try to provoke me to unmod this or that person, or they would have an issue with somebody in the chat. And I don't mind addressing things, but it also gets to the point where it becomes so problematic that I have to stop what I'm doing to try to protect someone's feelings when it comes to the mods. But I think the mods personally should be here to protect people's feelings in the chat. Not so much mine, but I would also like mods who kind of have an idea of not only how I would like things to work, but kind of how to kind of handle things based on how I would handle it. And personally, that would be to not take everything so seriously or to heart to the point where it's affecting you in real life. I understand people love to get on here and socialize and just simply talk about what's being presented or what's been going on in the world. But you have to realize and remember what comes with being online. And that comes with trolls, that comes with people trying to act like they're coming after you and they're going to do something to you. All of that comes with being on YouTube. All that comes with growth. So if you find yourself being affected by somebody in the chat to the point where you have to reach out and say something, or it's like, it's bothering you so much that you're so angry. I get it, it does happen, but if it's repetitive, maybe take a break from YouTube and then come back another time. That I think that could be helpful to people who are constantly affected by people in the chat. You have to remember, not everybody's going to agree with your comments, and not everybody knows how to, disagree respectfully, and not everybody's going to be respectful or sound respectful, or is going to come off respectful to you when they say something that they disagree with. Some people find honesty disrespectful depending on how it's pitched to you or someone else. But don't let people ruin your day because you guys can't come to terms on a disagreement. A lot of people have a hard time agreeing to disagree. And some others don't. Chrissy, big welcomes here. But just keep in mind what comes with being on YouTube. Please don't blame me for people coming at you in the chat, because that's how it is. People come in people's chats all the time and they try to take you down. Please understand that people are wanting you to go away and people to lose viewers because they are talking crazy to you in chat. By all means, as I'll say again and again and again, just block them. It's almost to the point where we really don't even, necessarily need mods, because if you can block them, at first YouTube wasn't like that, but if you can block them, which is what the mods are going to do, then block them. But I think people are really, they enjoy the drama until someone takes it too far. Some people find themselves angry, and like to argue and don't even realize they like to argue. You know what I mean? What I like about arguing is a good argument, but not to the point where we're both angry or we're no longer friends, or we just don't like each other anymore for our differences. I like a good, positive, healthy argument. Janny, big welcomes. Janny, good seeing you in the chat there. Oh man, they still got markers out here too. Yeah, just a good, respectable, healthy debate. But not everyone can do that though, But anybody that I mod on my channel, I always tell them, before I even ever had mods, when I first started crime, I told people the same exact story I'm telling you guys right now. People are gonna come after you. The more you grow, the more if you are a part of a channel and you are a mod, people are going to target you, and it's going to be for a numerous amount of reasons. Jealousy, because they don't like you, because they don't like the way you handle stuff in people's chat, they think you're a bully. They're going to find all these type of reasons to try to target you and bring you down. Don't let that get to you. Yeah, I had to come by, guys. I had to stop by here. Should we write something? I mean, we wrote something a couple times already. There's some room up there, though. There's some room to write some things up there. Hey, man, no, you guys are the best. I'm not the best. You guys are the best. And thank you all for being here as well. I bet messages are washing off in the rain. Nah, the messages are all still here for the most part. Everything's all still up there for the most part. I don't see anything that really. Well, no, I think you're right. I mean, some of it's kind of brushed off a bit. There's still some markers up there. That's amazing. See, all these messages are still all up here on the banner here as well. It's pretty cool. Yeah. I mean, but they are fading. You can see that they are starting to kind of fade a bit. Ollie, big welcome. Shouts to all the mods that do come in and help out on the channel. I truly appreciate it too, man. God bless you guys. You guys are wonderful. Shouts to all the members here as well as anybody tuning in tonight too. Much love to you all. Where is Nancy Guthrie? Will this case be solved, guys? Let me know how you guys feel in the chat. Like, do you guys think this case is going cold? We should do a poll on that, maybe later tonight. Do a poll on the fact, what, just to see where everybody is at with this case when it comes to, percentage wise, how many folks really think this case is either cold or going cold. Look at that. I like the way they put the little fingers up there. So cool. Man, Zeta says warm. That's insane. I like that though. Hey, warm is better than cold, that's for sure. Does anybody think it's hot? Is this case hot right now? Who are you not friends with anymore, Juice? I'm friends with everybody. I don't have anybody that I'm not no longer friends with. I don't even want to give anybody a reason to not be my friend anymore. YouTube Soldier Q, man, good to see you, YouTube Soldier Q, man. Welcome, brother. My old gaming friend there. He said, when you coming back? He wants to know when I'm coming back to the game. I don't know, man. I won't say never though, but I don't know. I try to be, guys. I try to be as sweet as I could be. Much love to you, Pat. Do you think maybe the person who took her has signed a banner? That would be crazy. It's possible. I think that person that took her is not even here in Tucson. I think the chance that he had to leave, he left, and I don't think he's returned since. That's where I'm at with it. Wonder if I have let's see if I have my tripod. We can maybe write something on the banner there. Let's see if we have the tripod, guys. We really don't even need it because we're not going to be here too much longer anyways. Besides, I don't even know how much battery life we got left here. I don't think I need it. Maybe write something on the banner. Hey, don't mind me, guys. If you see something on my side, don't mind me. Remember where I wrote that at? I'm 6'4". I'm not 6'5". I'm close. I was close though, Rosemary. Very close. Very, very close. I'm a short guy. Much love, cowgirl. And in fact, before we get out of here, we will say a quick prayer here, which I'll probably be leaving really, really soon here, actually. So we'll say a quick prayer here before we get out of here. I don't think we have too much battery life left on this phone, and I didn't bring my charger either. So actually, we'll say a prayer right now. Actually, we'll say a quick prayer here. That was the juice's stunt devil. Stunt devil. Damn, 6'4". I'm short. I told you guys I wasn't tall. He's taller than the cops that arrested Alex. I mean, Alex is taller than the cop. Somebody just pulled up here. I don't know if that's somebody that lives right here or not. Tallest teddy bear I know. Very funny. Juice for president. Much love, Soldier Q. The like and subscribe button is free way to support Juice's channel. Thank you. Much love, Golden. I appreciate that indeed. Make sure you guys give the video a thumbs up if you're currently tuned in. Let's maybe get it up to 500. We got 579 plugged in right now. Might as well go to 500 if we could, huh? Like and subscribe. Indeed. Subscribe if you're enjoying the channel here. One thing I hate is to get on and not have any breaking news for you guys. Unfortunately, not really much breaking with the Guthrie case. However, thankfully, you know, they are still actively working on the case, though. At least it's not cold, and we know investigators are working. And from what I heard in recent times, Bob Sager released the other day that the task force came out and they were out in the neighborhood again. From what I heard, I think they were going door to door. I don't think that anything was going on at Nancy's house, but from what I heard, they were going like door to door. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool that at least they're working on it. Now, from what I heard, there might be, we don't know for sure, but there might be a new set of eyes on this case, and I hope so. I wish they wouldn't have went down. I wish they wouldn't have went all the way down to 4 people working on the case. I was actually happy when we had a whole lot of people out here. Now, I wasn't happy about the fact that there was a lot of inexperienced people out here, but you never know. An inexperienced, person that may be a part of some law enforcement, FBI or sheriff's department could be helpful. You never know. But I just didn't like that part of it, just because a lot of things that were happening were because of the lack of experience. And I honestly think that was intentional. I think the lack of experience is intentional. And I think that Nanos has a way with the younger guys that are a part of the police department. And you guys saw it when we got arrested. It was mainly a younger group. And some of the guys, I would say a lot of the guys I've never seen that came out and arrested us that day, 857 and I. So, and shouts to 857 Tucson. Make sure you guys go check his channel out. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of him already, but check him out. I mean, he's been doing awesome, of course. He's been doing this way longer than me, too. So, go check out Mr. 857 Tucson. Much love to him. I hope all is well with 857 right now, too. Oh, looks like their car is in need of a jump right now. They're about to jump that thing with some jumper cables. Pretty dope. So if we could, feel free to join me here. I'd like to say a prayer for Nancy before we get out of here, of course. And I love to start it off like that, but I say it's okay we end it off like that, of course. So we could turn the camera off here, or on, or around, excuse me. It doesn't matter. We don't need to turn it around. Time for bed. Prayer for Nancy, guys. Feel free to join me for those that love to join for the prayer here. Dear Heavenly Father, I just wanted to take the time out to say thank you for just life itself today, for waking us all up, for continuing to give me the opportunity to not only cover this case, but just get out here in the free world and, just have the freedom that I truly enjoy having. And just want to say thank you for blessing me with such wonderful people in the chat and life. Just want to say, just continue to watch over and look after the Guthrie family. Help us, get to the bottom of this. Help us find closure for the Guthrie family. And the justice that this case deserves, and any other person that, has somebody missing out there, as well as those who deserve justice that are fighting a case right now. Father, I just want to say, let's continue to keep each other safe. Let's continue to pray for one another, look after one another. In dear Jesus' name, amen. Amen. This mod confirmed it was a rumor. What was the rumor? What I missed, chat? Shouts Nick as well. I see some people in the chat bringing up Nick. Better call Nick. What's going on with Nick? Be careful, Juice. Oh, we're good. We're good. Not even sweating it. I always make sure I try to keep it safe, guys. Is Mod confirmed he was fine and Ted is good? It was a rumor. So it was just a rumor? Ted was never in the hospital? Ted never hurt himself or anything like that, or was going to hurt himself? Well, that's better than it happening, I guess. Well, it definitely is. Ted is fake. Dang, we gotta keep it respectful in the chat. Come on now, really? Maribel, big welcome. JLR had it on X. That it was a rumor? JLR posted it on X, I thought, the other day, guys. I thought he posted that it was because of the one of the people that have been trolling him and other people. Good to see you, Jay Wade. You said juice packs, don't worry. Indeed, indeed. No JLR haters are just saying he's lying. Okay, I mean, because if you go check on JLR's X, I mean, it did say that earlier. I don't want to mislead anybody, but I mean, it did say that. I'm just going off what I saw. I don't really know exactly what's going on, but I was able to confirm Ted was all right, guys. Don't forget he is 6'4". Yeah, yeah. That's funny you say that. I still don't, underestimate anybody, guys. No, when I was a kid, I was like very small and people would, pick on me. But once I grew taller, people stopped bothering me once I got to be 6'4", though. It is a little bit different, though. People do think about it a little bit more. But I never put anything past nobody. And I always keep in mind that, it doesn't matter how tall you or big you are. And people shoot you nowadays, so it doesn't even matter no more. I was on his feed and he was very upset. It is true. Oh, man. Yeah, correct, Lily. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure JLR posted something unless I had a different JLR. Always some drama, man. I hate to see it. No, it's not fake, and I don't believe it's fake. It's real. Much love, Ollie. I appreciate it. Yeah, we just need what? What do we need? About 66 more likes to get it to 500 likes. So if you're chiming in right now, make sure you smash that likes button. All thanks to Allie for reminding everybody. Much love to you. I appreciate that. Yeah, let's get it to 500 likes. Maybe I should stick around until we get there. Once we get to 500, I'm out of here. If we can get it to 500 likes, I will leave right now. Let's go. Me too, Justice. I'm glad to. Kim Wells, you're more awesome. Much love. Well, I hope Ted didn't lose his job. From what I heard, Ted was still working and stuff. It looked like he had a suit on the other day and looked like he was working somewhere. So, I mean, from what I saw, it looked like Ted was still working. But I don't know, guys. $30 more likes to go. Let's go, baby. Well, Ted's a very smart guy. I'm sure he'll be all right. He's got people like you guys around him, so he'll be all right. We'll just continue to keep him in our prayers. 22 likes to go, guys. We're almost there. 256. Is it Saban? Big welcomes. Hope I didn't hurt nobody's eyes. Sorry. Thanks for your like. Kim Wells. I appreciate that. Listen to Ollie. Yes. Listen to Ollie. Oh, I hope Ted didn't lose his family, guys. I mean, he had his son the other day. Wasn't he live the other day and his little man was with him and stuff? I thought he was. Well, I guess that's not my business. I don't. 500 likes, baby. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, baby. All right, we'll carry on up out of here, guys. We're going to get out of here. We're going to get out of here. We'll come back to the banner. We'll come out, hand out some flyers pretty soon here. We need some more flyers out here. I'm sorry, not flyers. We should probably get some more flowers out here. I think I do have some flowers. A lot of these flowers are knocked over, but they're going to fall down again, so I'm going to leave them. These candles could be adjusted too. We'll come back out here and maybe get it all pretty again. It did rain the other day, so we got to get back out here. And the rocks still look really good, though. Bring Nancy home. I love this banner, man. I can't say I love it more than that memorial site, but I really love this banner. Missed the memorial site, though. Sin, good night. Thanks for stopping by. At least we're not in a neighborhood where we got to worry about something happening to us or something. I mean, don't get me wrong. Something could happen anywhere, wherever you are. It doesn't matter. But at least we're not in a neighborhood where we got to worry as much. But stuff happens everywhere. Crime happens everywhere. So no matter where you go, I encourage keeping your guard up no matter what. Hey, we reached our goal. 500 likes. Thanks to all you guys chiming in tonight, man. Much love, guys. I'm actually headed home now. I'm gonna go on home. I gotta get some gas before we get it home, so. What's for dinner, guys? What are we eating for dinner today? Dinner's on the chat. I'm joking. Hey, have a great night, guys. Love you guys too. Much love, guys. I appreciate everybody chiming in. Just want to make it to this gas station before I log off for the night. Circle K. I don't know how many of you guys got a Circle K, but probably not the best place for choice of gas, but better than most places. Dinner is bedtime. Get some rest. Well, anywho, guys, I want to thank you guys all for stopping by as usual. God bless you guys all for stopping by the channel and chiming in with me here tonight, guys. I hope you guys all have a blessed night. Much love to you guys coming out and chiming in with me here. Everyone's invited tonight. I'll probably be on pretty late tonight covering the Nolan Wells case, so feel free to chime in with me for some Nolan Wells tonight or some more Nancy Guthrie. And that's if I'm able to, if I discover any news that's worth sharing with you guys. Otherwise, we might just kind of have an open discussion tonight. Much love, guys. I'll see y'all in the next one. It's your boy, the juice. Until next time, folks. I'll see y'all later.